Like, it's gotten to the point where I can't watch American Beauty and understand that guy looking at the bag because it's so beautiful.
You can see. You don't see it anymore.
Wait, can't you see
I
it or not?
I don't see the beauty anymore. I just cry because YouTube comments have created, and I only see garbage.
I am gonna put you guys right up on my back and carry you across the goal line.
You are the Sam of this podcast. Who is Frodo?
Samwise Gamgee.
I like to think that Nick is Frodo, and I have Nick on my back.
Nick is Frodo, and the ring is the hateful comments on YouTube.
No, but the ring is Femme Frequency.
Yeah, he just can't carry it anymore. We have to carry him instead.
No, this ring is mine.
Welcome to the Teamwork Monster Hunter Podcast Show. It's episode 109 for the 22nd of June, 2013. Hi everybody, welcome to the Teamwork Monster Hunter Podcast Show, a beautiful podcast, a wonderful podcast about Monster Hunter and related games. We are a team of Monster Hunter enthusiasts. I am Christian from teamworkcast.com and from not from Social Distance.
You can still go there. It still works.
I couldn't go there. You can go there. You can go on socialdistance.com, but I have a blog on game design reviews and game design scrapbook. And next to me is Cthulhu in a butterfly outfit.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. I figure I'd break out the wings and stretch them a little bit.
Beautiful. Kumbaya, or is it Kumbaya? I think, yeah. He's kind of putting his axe or whatever. What is Kumbaya using as a weapon, by the way?
Looks like a Bullfango head or something.
Is that supposed to be like a hammer?
Yeah.
He puts his hammer between your legs. That looks a little bit perverted.
Well, it just rubs me the right way.
I see what you mean. Next to me is standing shepherd.
If you want to see the pictures of me and Cha-Cha together, you have to go to socialdissonance.com.
They're only there.
I've got them.
I see.
Just send me a private message. I'll hook you up.
This voice from the background is you hear somebody not present on the screen right now. It's Nexala. He's the fifth wheel today. He's waiting for us to fail so he can jump in and save the day.
This is really a chance for us to prove ourselves as hunters.
Awkward.
Indeed. And sitting in the background is Patty.
Hello! I've come to you from feminist lands afar to discuss various things that people are not interested in talking about but should be.
You are biased, Patty. You are biased. You don't need the 160,000 that we gave you. Wow, Patty is having... What kind of armor are you wearing?
I don't even know. I haven't opened the game in forever, and...
Is that Uragan?
I couldn't even tell you. Yes, Uragan.
It's Uragan. Nice.
AKA Mega Man.
Who is in...
Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. Guys.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Are you guys excited about this?
Yeah.
I'm excited about the villager from Animal Crossing.
I'm gonna play the villager.
That's you guys are turning into like huge Animal Crossing enthusiasts.
We've always been.
We've always been.
What?
Can we expect like a Animal Crossing cast? Can we go there?
It would be pretty boring. I think. I don't know.
You think so?
Look, I'm fishing.
Need a modded 3DS.
I have one.
You have one.
Mm-hmm. But
Isn't
it would
it
only play the
Japanese?
Japanese version, so I'd have to get the...
Shepherd, I think everybody who wants a piece of the Shep sheets, of your Shep sheet mind, and they want to have your turnip strategy.
I've actually made several $1 million in turnips, but that's only through a little help with my friends on the internet.
Come on, guys, get on the show. We have to go. There is Legia Cruz waiting for us.
Scumbag Putty joining stream.
Patty.
Not moving. Not joining
Patty.
quest.
Patty.
Are you eating Lucky Charms again? I swear to Christ.
Patty.
No.
What's the hold up, Putty? Putty, go on the quest. Well, you're going the wrong way, Putty. That's not the right way. Where are you going to, Putty?
And this is why we
Putty?
can't have nice things, Putty.
I know. There we go. I had to unplug my controller. No, I was eating a Klondike bar that was mint chocolate chip.
They make those?
What would you do for a Klondike
Freaking
bar?
good. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what would you do for a Klondike?
I would sneak into Shepard's house and steal the ship sheets for a Klondike
Wow.
Even if you
Yeah, I
got
would do this
them,
without the
your
Klondike bar.
a punitive primate mind couldn't even comprehend even a fraction of what's going on there.
bar. Well, I don't plan on interpreting them myself. I'll sell them and buy more Klondike
You
bars.
know, I could decipher your shep sheets. I could do it.
What would you do?
You would need my cipher.
Oh, you know what? I've watched the movie.
Pie.
No, I was going to say The Prestige.
Ooh,
Ah.
I do have an identical twin brother.
That's
Maybe it's really my identical twin brother that holds onto the shep sheets.
No.
Oh man,
So,
this is just twists and turns. Oh god, I can't
Would
take
they
it.
still be
So,
called the Shep Sheets? Or would they be called the Milk Jugs?
I like to have access to Shepherd's milk jugs.
Whoa!
People love my milk jugs. What
Yeah,
the hell?
Bring
Oh,
milkshakes
right.
to the ground.
Okay.
What?
I was
Where
confused
are
for
we?
a second there. I thought we were fighting Abyssal Aegeicrus. Nope, we're just gonna die.
Oh,
That's
it's
what's
this
gonna
one
happen.
again? Oh no, no!
I told you.
Is this super difficult?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty hard.
There's going to be deaths. Oh, no, you see me already. I'm not prepared. My body's not ready yet.
Are you?
By the way, funny thing about Pi, about the movie
Are we
Pi,
all here?
about the number Pi.
Yeah.
In German, it's not spelled Pi, but P.
Really?
Yes. And so there's a funny thing when a German talks about the movie with an American person, they always say, "Oh, I saw the movie P." You mean the movie Pie? And then they misunderstand it. No, not American Pie. I mean P.
Well, Germans like movies about pee, don't they? Isn't like that
That's a-
their thing?
That's a common misconception. We
Are you,
what are you talking about?
I don't know if it's a misconception. It's
You
okay.
watch too much. Don't get your information about Germans from South Park. That's a cool tip from me.
You sure?
You know,
Seems
most
pretty
of the
legit to
time-
me.
Most of the time, South Park's pretty spot on.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I've seen my fair bit of German film, and it seems like that's kind of like what's always going on.
You see? Wow! Really?
Yeah.
Please send me your playlist. I don't want to. I want to.
It's probably I got it from you. You're the one that sent it to me.
Uh-oh.
What? By the way, oh no! Oh!
What an excellent start.
It's the usual start. Come on. We've established this last podcast.
Oh gosh, guys!
No,
You know
I
what?
have to say, Cthulhu, you sound silky smooth.
Yeah, I moved my microphone to a better location. Right now it's jerry-rigged, but I have a boom coming that it's going to most definitely improve my voice on the streams and the podcast. So
See, I
Shake,
just
shake,
scream
shake,
really
boom.
loud from far away.
yeah, people said I should do that, but my daughter might like start throwing conniption fits if I was like screaming all the time.
Oh,
I see the
only
problem.
if you're screaming about chocolate milk,
Chocolate
man.
milk?
Mmm, sweet chocolate milk.
Man,
What
this laggy. I forgot how to play this game, guys. So
You're gonna get hit.
I might be
That's
pretty
how
bad.
the game's played.
Pretty bad until the end of the cast, where I will suddenly amass billions of points of skills.
Well,
that I
this
have
is
forgotten.
this is really not the quest to start off with. I mean, if there's
Yeah.
one quest that you want to be like really limber and warmed up for and like really ready to go, this is the one.
Man,
And
thank
really
you
one,
so
you should
much
bring
for that
like
upswing.
ranged weapons.
Yeah, I was like,
Uh-oh,
I'm gonna-
now I'm dead.
No, Nick. Do it. Survive.
I've lived. Hey, speaking of surviving, I watched the Man of Steel movie. Have you guys seen? Has anybody seen Man of Steel?
Does it have
People
Jesus
said
in
negative
it?
things about this. Is
No.
it good?
I don't
It's not good.
understand the Jesus allegory. Like,
No. He's totally Jewish.
well, yeah.
Jesus was Jewish.
He was.
But I mean, Superman himself is a sort of Christ image, so there's going to be Christ imagery in a movie about a Christ figure. So I don't quite understand People are like, "There's so much thrown into my face." I really like the movie a lot, but I also like Sucker Punch. But
yeah,
I haven't seen the actual theatrical release, so I haven't seen the same movie that everybody complained about.
was the music as great as in the trailer? Because I thought the trailer music was amazing.
In Sucker Punch or in Man of Steel?
In Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, like, the neat thing about this movie is that, like, Superman is a pretty incredible sort of hero, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he is a dude who can punch trains.
Everything.
Like, you know, the phrase "I shit trains" is Superman.
He said that?
No, but I really like that phrase. So
We were trying to find a way to work it into conversation.
so
Nice.
now
I like it.
That just happened. Deal with it.
But no, it's Superman doesn't get a lot of like good-looking fights. You know, like Christopher Reeve movies. It's like, here's this guy suspended on a wire who just walked up a flight of stairs by walking.
And this one has a lot of good fights.
This one is like Superman just got punched through 300 buildings, probably killed about 400,000 people, and then I died.
What?
Rest in peace.
What? I died as well?
I
don't even know
And
how.
so now we switch somebody out with Noxella, and then we see what happens.
We still die.
Nexala,
I don't
we need
know.
your
I don't know that
strength.
we could ever beat this quest. You got. I mean, I just don't know.
There's no way. I've only done this quest once, and I did it with MH Vooz and a really good party, and we barely got through it.
Oh man, this is.
So
I throw it up every now and then just to see what the.
Let's try it
Where
with
we've come.
Nexala. Come on, let's do this. We've been struggling with this quest for quite a long time, and there's no way. Like, we are unstoppable, right? Right?
So like, I'm just gonna keep going on about the Superman movie.
Oh, please do. Yes.
You know how we've talked a lot about games showing instead of telling?
Yes.
This whole movie is just showing instead of telling. So, like, they kind of they make Superman into a somewhat more complex character because he is existing in the present world, which is completely suspicious of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like post 9/11 terrorists.
Oh, really?
everywhere.
So I addressed this part? Nice.
And so this entire movie is about his father kind of saying, look, you're an alien. We don't even think there are aliens. And if you just suddenly came out and you're like, hi, I'm this indestructible badass dude. I'm here to protect all of you.
Then people would, freak out.
Freak the hell out. And they're like, oh my god, what the hell? This freaking thing is there. And so, like, the whole movie is him kind of trying to, like, well, I don't want to do this.
I'm not sure if I'm ready.
I
and
need
if
to
they're ready.
explore the, like, parts of humanity that are kind of on the outskirts. And what kind of ends up coming out of it is that by the end of the movie, that's, like, where Superman starts to become Superman. So it ends up being not really a Superman movie at all. It's like, this is a movie about humans going, oh, you know, here's this alien guy with these superpowers. He seems
Maybe
like
that's a good thing.
guy. It's maybe a good thing to accept sort of like outside help.
I'm guessing we're just going to do second verse, same as the first.
Are we? Should I
Patty.
leave? Is that what you're saying?
Patty.
No, we're not saying
Yes,
that.
Patty.
I'm
Come
saying
on, Patty.
we should man
No,
up.
Patty.
I think
No,
we should
Patty.
do
No.
this.
We need Nexala. Come on, Patty.
I can do this. Come on.
No, I believe in you, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick,
We can
did
do
you
this
die at all
with the
last
power
time?
of Superman.
Did you die once?
Nope.
You died once.
I died
Yes,
at the end.
He died once. I died twice.
Okay.
I was
I'm
busy
super-
talking about Superman, my favoriteest
This
hero
is
ever.
what we're doing right now is a visual representation of the movie Superman.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten. Oh gosh. But I have max potions. No matter, guys. I have max
Good
potions.
job! When did you start carrying those?
Wow.
Since
You-
we've
you
trained
haven't
him
been
to
on
be
a
a better
podcast, Nick.
hunter.
Dang.
I'm learning.
Speaking of being a better hunter, do we have questions that we can answer?
Ooh.
Possibly.
So who is asking questions this time
I don't
around?
know.
We
Maybe
haven't
Noxella,
answered.
if he's free.
Sure.
Sarah, can you
Do
find
people
us
have
a question?
questions in the chat?
Oh, maybe this.
I don't have the chat open, but I have the
I got chats open.
Ask
Has
the
anybody
Hunter
said
thing.
anything in chat? Because I thought
Yeah.
I had it open, but I don't see anybody.
The Twitch is being funky because of computer issues the last couple days, but I got YouTube chat up as well, so...
No, YouTube chat is delayed by like 20 minutes, so this will be old
Guys,
news
paralyzed.
by the time they get around to it.
So, okay, do you guys like? Are you guys Batman fans
Of
or
course.
Superman fans?
Yeah, everybody's Batman fan.
Why are people Batman fans? Do you like the 1%?
We want to see our parents die.
I like. There's a story
What?
with Superman and Captain Marvel that I really like.
He paralyzed me with his shot, which didn't even hit me, and then he ran over and I just died. He just approached me like leisurely and I died.
This will make
one of the harder
you
monsters
a
to
man. You will be a man by the end of this.
Maybe I don't want to be a man if this is part of it.
Maybe, I mean, if you want to go through a sex change operation,
Well,
I don't.
I mean,
whoa.
I'm supportive of that.
Whoa.
what if we built Christian a Survivor set?
Record
Guys,
completion,
Okay.
guys.
So, welcome to the Monster Hunter podcast, where we discuss how to fight monsters effectively and beat them.
I'm Christian.
I'm Shepard. We've been doing this for approximately 3 years now.
I am Noxella.
Enjoy. Enjoy our killer strats.
Are we? I don't
Can
know,
we
guys.
fight
I
an
don't know.
actual monster?
Yeah.
Is that
Can we
not a
play some-
monster? What is
No.
that?
No. It's a death
It's
machine.
a nightmare from beyond the
Savage
depths.
Devil Joe.
I really want the hunting horn
It's a
that comes
paradox.
out of this quest because it looks freaking awesome.
It's
But-
actually a gun
Gunlance.
lance.
Or gun lance is what it is.
Okay, bring hot drinks. I'm actually really liking this cast, guys. I'm
Oh.
really enjoying it.
I
Bring hot
hate
drinks.
you.
You would.
It's
Oh, I need to go and do some single player.
So Captain Marvel is actually a kid, and one time a wizard gave him superpowers. But there's this one story where one of his arch enemies, Dr. Savannah, figures out that Captain Marvel is actually probably some kid. So he goes and tries to kill Captain Marvel's true identity.
Holy
But he
crap.
ends up killing some other kid who happens to be Captain Marvel's best friend.
Oh, that's so sad.
oh wow.
Captain
And-
Marvel that's Shazam, right?
Yeah.
Shazam.
Shazam. He's been renamed depending on certain contexts.
Yeah.
But after he finds out that Savannah kills his best friend, he goes crazy. He breaks into the prison where Savannah's being held and he nearly kills him. And Superman finds out and he's like, whoa, that's not cool. But then when he finds Captain Marvel and confronts him about it, he finds him crying because he's actually a kid. And then he shows Superman that he's actually Billy Batson, like this elementary school kid. And Superman starts freaking out because this is like the strangest case of child abuse. And he immediately flies off to the wizard who gave him his superpowers. And he's like, whoa, what are you doing? This is just a kid.
Video games.
And the wizard is like, he is a kid, but what he needs right now is a father figure.
Oh.
Wow.
And Superman flies off and helps him out.
And becomes father.
Not his father, but he's like a mentor for him.
Yeah. That was one thing like I always liked with a lot of the DC characters. Like all of them had like some kind of flaw, except Superman. Superman was always like the pinnacle, but like Batman was just an average day guy that was really troubled deep down. But
Who is incredibly rich and had no possibilities.
well,
Yeah, but they're troubled way, Nick. Come on.
I don't know. I would say
Give him
that
some
Superman still
slack.
does have his own flaws. Like
Christian, are you coming? Because I want to give you power.
the big thing is that
I want your power.
he seeks to become like this icon for humanity. But since he's an alien, there's always going to be that disconnect where he can't actually be human.
yeah.
Yeah. This is, I mean, Superman's supposed to represent like the working class, the human spirit through all of that.
Yeah, he grew up on a farm
And Batman always solves his problems because he's got lots of money.
Because he bought himself into it.
He bought himself into it because he's mad about his dad. And you know...
I was a little bit disappointed, I must admit, like when the newest Nolan movie came out. I thought they would do like a very cool like integration of the Occupy movement, and it just never really... I thought it wasn't a very good comment on this.
I really thought the Nolan movies did Batman a huge disservice. But
Oh, you think so? Interesting. I like Nolan, so...
I really like the movie The Prestige, but past that, I'm not a huge...
Memento
Memento was good. I will say Memento was good.
And what else? What else did Nolan do? Memento, Prestige, Batman? I forgot.
He's
I
hungry.
forgot.
Do we want to... Let's
Inception.
drop
Inception
a
was good.
pitfall trap. He's hungry.
Yes, superheroes. So guys, do you think that there is such a thing as superheroes?
That's my life. Every day.
Astronauts, man.
There are superheroes?
Sure.
What the hell?
Do you think... What is the Canadian astronaut again?
I got so confused just now.
He's in two pitfall traps.
The
That's
figure
amazing.
8 trip
And he's
pitfall.
paralyzed. And he's knocked out.
This is amazing.
We can feel powerful for just this one moment.
This Joe.
He's going to be so mad when he gets out of this.
If he ever wakes up.
Oh, he will.
Well, there we go. Speaking of the devil, Joe.
All I want to do is hit your tail, buddy.
All I wanna do is hit you.
You never
Okay,
did
next
get
up.
his food.
So where's the question? Where's the questions?
Oh,
Hit
so
us
somebody
with a question.
on Teamwork Cast asks, is there any skill that boosts cluster shot damage like artillery boosts crack shot damage?
Isn't there clussed up?
No. Sorry. That
No,
might
just-
add cluster shots that you can shoot, but it doesn't actually increase the damage.
That's like a very specific question. Amazing.
But
Isn't the-
Feline Bombardier increases your
Yeah.
crag damage. That's
And
it,
that's
though.
the food skill, not the armor skill.
Yep.
Yes.
You don't get that
Huh,
confused.
huh.
It's very easy to overthink as well as to overthink the skills in this game, as weird as that sounds. Like, they are exactly what they say they are in the description. Don't start thinking they do mystery things, because they probably don't. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't be that guy.
What is Devil Joe doing? He's just sort of like, I'm mad.
Yeah.
He's breathing.
I'm
Well, he's
just-
mad
he-
now. He's gone Super Saiyan.
Oh,
Super
Jesus.
Saiyan
Oh,
mode.
guys. Damn.
Oh, he's eating you.
There's no one around
did you bring
like me
poop?
to know.
You don't have any poop? Oh gosh, I don't have any poop either.
That's it.
He ate. So that's interesting because he ate you. So how did you survive this? Because you are on a cart now, right? How did they?
He's
Where
got
are the
one of
cats?
those rapid fire GI tracks.
Oh, you think so?
It's
Yeah.
in and out in an instant, man.
Yeah.
It's like Taco Bell.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I can do that. Did that earlier today. No problem.
I just, you know,
South of the border.
I always saved everybody by doing Wyvern Fire Shot, but you guys can't save me because you're not as strong as me.
No,
Yes, we don't have the putty abilities. You are our Superman, or you are the ideal we're striving towards.
You're our Ben Affleck.
Yeah. I am Daredevil.
What if
That was a really
Talk
bad.
about bad superhero movies.
That was not a good one.
It really wanted to be good.
The beginning was good. When he was a kid, that was all right. I didn't mind that so much.
Wait, he didn't just get paralyzed?
I think he already got paralyzed.
He
once.
got paralyzed once already at the beginning.
Yeah, somebody shot him with arrow shots.
Did you guys ever watch X-Men First Class?
I like that movie.
Yes.
It's
It
a
was pretty
sequel.
good.
Yeah.
It felt really odd, though, to think of, like, Xavier walking.
You know what? There was a really... I haven't decided if it was a racist joke or not, but one criticism I saw of that movie is if Evolution Man could be anything he wanted, could have been
Oh, yeah.
evolved into whatever. Why was he a black man in the 1960s? Or whatever year that was.
Yeah, that's like a very... also, Jennifer Lawrence was inside. That was good, I thought.
I think
yeah.
in the comics at one point, Darwin might have changed race when he used his powers. I forget, though.
See, but I don't know if race is
Just the
Who cares?
amount of
We had-
melatonin in your skin.
Nazi hunting Magneto. That was the best part.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah. Magneto was cool. No!
I'm set up to make you all the heroes. I want you guys to
Yeah.
have the attack damage boost.
Yeah, that's nice.
Good
I
job
like.
with all that there.
Be the hero.
Okay, guys, I have a question that somebody asked on a
Speaking of attack
website,
boosts.
and I didn't saw any good answers for this, and I think it's a good discussion starter. I think that's something that's finally the discussion we should have. All right.
Okay.
So in the Monster Hunter universe, right?
Yes.
We are monster hunters who are doing all those quests, like I don't know, capturing Raytheon for
Oh god,
some.
no.
Gosh,
I don't know if I can get to you.
Pooped just in time.
nice, well done. So we are monster hunters who are doing all those quests, like capturing, I know, Raytheon for a queen or something. I don't know, like stuff like that. Once we complete those quests, why do we have to do those quests again?
Because the
Because
monsters
there's-
come back.
Yeah. More monsters, more problem.
But how can we like this makes our whole existence totally futile? Or what about like I don't know like we have to rescue some boat. Why is this boat not learning from this? Like this is a problem. There might be a simpler solution to all of these problems rather than hunting the monsters.
There
Build
might
a better
be,
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like
I want to
bigger
know
boat.
is how can they have this much winter? What's their orbit like? This is a very Christian question to ask.
It's been summer in my game for like 10 years now. Why is there never any winter?
Well, you know,
Version.
I'm not criticizing. There are places on Earth where it's quite often winter, like I don't know, like mountains. So that's not bothering me.
Why does
like
it
that.
never
Doesn't bother
rain on
me.
Moga Island?
That's not bothering me that much. Shepherd, again, you're tasty.
I bring lots of poop.
Good
We
job with
might
all
want,
that poop.
might want to bring a shark trap.
I put down a shock trap over here.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't know if he'll come over here because you put down a shock trap over there. But
We're
you
hedging
know,
our bets.
all right.
Also, generally, the problem I have with like there's often like you have to investigate a boat accident or something. Where's the boat? I don't see the boat.
Well, what if you just go to a billion different timelines? What if Monster Hunters are actually just time travelers? And so, like
That's
every
a
time,
cool
it's
thing.
like Quantum Leap, the game, but
You're
it's also Quantum Leap Croc Hunter. You know, like Crocodile Hunter. Sure, Steve Irwin might have died in this world, but he just went on to the next world to hunt crocs there.
maybe he's basically experiencing quantum immortality.
Speaking of which, I'm thinking about all this fan fiction that we were demanding of fans, and I haven't seen any of it yet.
Yeah.
It's probably somewhere. I know I enacted the fan fiction in real life.
What?
Yeah, well, we don't need to know about you and your cha-cha dirtiness.
Oh yeah, you got
it's
those.
That's
What's it,
love.
the-
It's not dirty if it's love. The
You
love's
got
pure.
the Monster Hunter swag,
Oh,
right?
what? Ouch, that was
There
horrible.
was-
Cha-Cha sent me a text afterwards saying it was like the dirtiest thing he's ever experienced and he wishes he could forget it. So obviously you and his view on how it happened
It's
are
not a real
completely
cha-cha.
different.
I have his mask now. I wore it in real life on Tuesday.
And he said that was why it was really creepy. You stole his face and started wearing it during the middle
Oh,
of the
that's
act.
something we could talk about. Capcom sent me an entire box of Capcom stuff.
Yay!
That was very nice of them. Thank you.
So what are you going to do with this stuff?
I'm giving it away every week in person
Where? How? Where?
at, a
How
monster,
can I get
at the
your
Monster
stuff?
Hunter meetup. You have
So
to
you're still
fly.
doing the Monster Hunter meetups?
Yeah, man.
So how are they going? Can we see can you record like a video of the Monster Hunter meetup?
I
or
took
so?
a bunch of
really-
pictures. It was getting kind of out of hand this week. Somebody brought a TV and they were playing Smash Brothers in the mall.
Smash Brothers
Wow.
on the Monster Hunter meetup?
Yeah.
That's pretty
No,
great.
I mean, you get like 15 people. Eventually somebody's going to say, man, we need some Smash.
By the way, Patty, that was an amazing block. Well done.
Yeah, there's actually a professional as Smash Brothers player as you can get was there. I think he's like number 8 Kirby or something in the United States, something like that.
Number 8 Kirby.
Something like that. I could be wrong.
Well done, well
I
done.
don't know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Monster Hunter questions, there's one last question, and I'm going to leave you guys after this question. So how is it possible that there are like quests where you have to like get like a certain amount of blue Kelby horns?
Yep.
And then the quest reward is blue Kelby horns.
Yeah.
You just needed to look at them to analyze their structure.
This is time travel again. You've already completed this quest in one world, but the quest completion stuff didn't go into that particular world. It went into this world that you're now in.
Is the Monster Hunter a multiverse?
Yes.
You mean you are? This is like not Secret of Monkey Island, like a purple tentacle situation, like Day of the Tentacle situation, where they're multiplying the carves by going back in time and carving the same monsters over and over again.
Yes. And also, there are some worlds where Riker died, and then there are some worlds where Worf didn't win the Battlefield tournament.
And and then there are 2 Rikers now. That I thought that was the part of in Next Generation where they could have created like this amazing situation where suddenly this character is like completely different.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
And then there's the episode where Picard as a Borg has won. And
Locutus, yes.
Locutus the Borg, he beat everybody because he foresaw Riker. Anyway, sorry, that was a segue into. So I'm just saying,
Nerds.
I like watching Breaking Bad instead of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Is there time travel in Breaking Bad?
Sort of.
There might be.
There might be a spin-off series where it's not a chemist but a physicist.
Okay, guys, controversial topic here. I think Breaking Bad should have ended at the end of season 4.
Uh-huh.
Why? The very last scene should have been him going, "I won," on the cell phone on the top.
Yeah, that would have been a good. We should post spoiler warnings though. I mean, not that you should really have watched it already, but you should.
I have never watched. I watched like the first episodes. I have no idea what this means. I will probably forget by the time I get there.
Think about what the show is called. It's called Breaking Bad. At the end of season 4, he accomplishes the title.
Being bad. He's pretty bad at the end of season 4.
Pretty bad.
He broke bad, and the show should have ended there. It would have been classy. I think the last season.
We don't know that yet. I mean, he might get even badder. He is not yet a bad enough dude.
Because the last season's mostly about Jesse's revenge as a character, and his retribution. But
I mean, the later half is going to be about the interaction between Hank and Walter White.
No, it's going to be about the love between Skylar and Jesse.
Gross.
He loves MILFs, man. People forget that, but that's his thing. He loves MILFs.
What about that episode where he goes over to their house and Skylar and Walter are just fighting and he's just sitting there awkwardly eating his lasagna?
Guys, sleep. Don't.
Oh, hey, I have bombs. Yeah, Breaking Bad's a good show, but I can't watch it after season 4 because I think that's where it ended.
That's okay, Nick. I feel the same way with some shows.
Interesting fact. Bryan Cranston, the guy who plays Walter White, he believes that his character actually broke bad in the first episode.
Really?
Yeah.
As somebody who's not an American, what does Breaking Bad mean?
It's just he becomes a bad person. And a criminal.
Is that an actual thing that you say, like in everyday?
No, it's
just
not
the name of the
common at
show.
all.
Where did that just happen? How did that just
Guys,
He died. We did it.
I didn't even get his tail off.
you are all men now.
So now we can try the Legicrus again.
Yes.
Oh.
No, God.
Is that
I'll
what you're
get
trying
out.
to say?
Axella can get in. I'm all for this.
But you need the gun lance.
No. It's fine. I don't want it that bad.
You already did this quest, right?
I've already done it. I have the gun lance.
Jerk. It's like you've been playing this game, and I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Well,
Final Fantasy XIV.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. So this is something that you guys are playing, right?
Are you gonna poop socket again? You should get another job. You should leave your PhD program and go back to managing an apartment building.
I wish. That was a crazy time in my life. and I don't want to ever experience it again. So mostly I'm just, this game's going to start right when I'm starting my PhD program, so it's going to be the game that I play when I have a chance to not do anything.
No, dude, I mean, nobody does less than actual college tenured professors.
You should hire undergrad students to do work for you and only give them academic hours as payment, and then play Final Fantasy XIV while they do all your work.
There we go. That's a good idea.
And get them to farm Final Fantasy XIV for you while you're actually teaching class.
Yeah.
Hey, go fight Ifrit for me, thanks.
So, for those of you out there that have ever had a younger brother, or children, are they actually good sources to do, mindless tasks in video games like that? Will they do that?
My daughter will occasionally, if I let her, she will sit and run around and, wow on my characters.
And, do something productive, or just run around?
Well, right now she's not doing anything productive, but she's running around,
but she's getting there.
Jumping. I know people who have had their kids, farm their PvP ranks in WoW.
Yeah.
Because all they have to do is hit the button to queue up for the PvP thing, and then run around in it till it's over. Hitting buttons, and then afterwards they queue up again and go back in and run around and beat stuff up.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if they win or lose. They don't know what's going on typically. They just get points. I think Brad Galloway has his kids trained pretty well.
You think so? Yeah.
I mean, I've only ever had an equal sibling, an identical sibling. There was no power relationship that could be exerted either way.
So how did you do the guys? Did you guys share accounts, or did you have because you're siblings and identical siblings, did you have identical accounts everywhere?
We would share accounts, but we would never share characters. And my brother is, you wouldn't think it by seeing my progress in Monster Hunter, but he is a far better poop socker than me. I mean, my poop socking skills are nothing compared to his.
That's
he just
scary.
fills those socks like it's nothing.
He got a enchanter in EverQuest. I think the guy's name was Artemis Pokemon or something like that. To such a high level that he was able to sell it for $1,000.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Which for a high school senior is a lot of money. A lot of money.
That's a lot. Yeah, that sounds like quite amazing.
And we did the wage, and he was getting paid $3 or $4 an hour, which again for a high school senior, being able to work 1,000 hours in his free time, not bad.
Yep.
Huh.
I knew a lot of people who were doing that with EverQuest. It's kind of ridiculous.
Wait a minute. So does it mean that next to the Shep sheets, which we already discussed in great detail, there is even a much potent version, which is the Milkman sheets?
Well, he could almost definitely create a chemical compound specifically designed to eat your flesh. Yours specifically, just yours, not anyone else's.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. He just needs a hair from your chin strap, and that would be it.
But I'm not that tasty.
No, not eat it. Like bacteria would eat it away. Like you would be dissolved.
You mean like little Devil Joes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You would be disintegrated by bacteria.
Oh, nice. That's not something I want to experience. But thanks for this information. Now I know that I want to be on your good side always, and especially on your brother's good side.
Yeah, much better to be on his side than mine.
Is that something that he already used against you as a motivational?
Yeah, we were originally triplets.
Oh.
Oh, so are we seriously going to try that quest for a third time today?
Yes, third time's a charm, as you know.
Viewers, place your bets when you think game over will happen.
Let's see this.
Yeah, let's see this.
Okay, I will bring... Should I bring a bow, Noxella, or should I bring a bowgun?
Bowgun.
Does he create any kind of status effect? Isn't a nullberry a good thing to take with him?
Yeah, not a bad idea.
He can thunderblight you.
Yeah,
That'll make you get KO'd more
I'm
easily.
going to be much more careful this time around. I'm going to be very, very defensive. That's going to be my strat.
Michael Riggs says, do you guys think Professor Oak was a hunter before Pokeballs were invented? And this the fan fiction I think exists for Monster Hunter is that Monster Hunter is the apocalyptic end of the Pokemon universe.
Yeah, I like this one, yeah. Huh. So can you explain this? Because some of my students explained to me when they were researching Pokemon And I thought that was a really cool theory.
Because if Pokemon, they're growing in power and they're getting kind of... There's always people that are tired of humans and they're trying to, like, free the Pokemon from the humans and whatnot. Eventually somebody does, and so the Pokemon become free, but there's so many of them and they're so powerful that they just start murdering all the humans. And then some humans kind of band together and they hide from the monsters that have become the Pokemon. And, 100, 200 years go by.
There's also like this a theory that it is actually already after the apocalypse. that is a post-apocalyptic world because there's like very little military.
That's true.
There's this one, like in the first game. There's this one how we call it? This one gym trainer who looks like Guile.
Lieutenant Surge.
Yeah. And also, like, some Pokemon seems to be, like, modified to be used for, like, in war. Like the final evolution stage of Squirtle has, like, cannons on his back.
Wow. Deep.
That is deep.
But this is also a universe where they can literally develop a device that will capture a Pokemon without fail.
That's true.
And then
so
digitize it to be stored in a computer.
That's horrifying.
And that's the best. If you think maybe this is like a post-singularity world where most of the people transfer their consciousness into the computer already, and the only guys who are left are just the Pokemon fanatics.
Well, yeah, and then what does that make Pokemon? Are they like children? Are these people in this digital world capturing children? Is that why the children can only say one word?
Here's the theory. Here's my theory. I think that Pokemon, the actual Pokemon that you see in the Pokemon game, are actually highly advanced, like action figures, like desirable collector's items. And as I said, like most of the humanity, most of the normal people just left, and only like the fanatics of those collectible items remained. And they are running the world. Like they're just constantly trying to get their collections just right. Keep on believing.
Okay, so this is it, guys. I mean, this is really where the rubber meets the road.
Man, JS Acoustic Juice says Master Balls mathematically can fail. You are wrong, sir. Wrong.
Wait, can they? What's the chance that they can fail?
Come on, Noxella.
Like
I don't
0.1%?
think they can fail. Unless you're trying to use Dark Grasp, but even then I'm pretty sure they're locked to always work. Unless you're using them on Marowak.
Oh gosh, guys, I'm in a secret area. Am I immune here in a secret area?
Yes.
Against this shot?
Why don't you rain cluster shots on them? What's Mirror
I don't have any
what that
custom
is. What
shots.
is
The
that?
Marowak's Ghost in Lavender Town, you're not
Yep.
allowed to catch it. It just permanently avoids everything.
Guys, this might be the clue.
Why is he
This
such a
might be-
hipster? Why is Marowak such a hipster?
And then
Why
he
don't-
shoots
it's
lightning
dead.
ball at you.
Well, it's a she. It's the mother of a Cubone that was killed because of Team Rocket.
Oh, that's so sad. And doesn't Cubone wear her skull?
Yes.
That's so sad. That's messed up.
There's a lot of things that people know about Pokemon.
Yeah, there are.
Hey, I missed the whole Pokemon train, but even I know a little bit about Pokemon.
Yeah, me too. Like
I see Christian's support raining down.
Yes.
Those are normal shots and they're doing nothing.
They're doing nothing?
No, you're too far away.
Yeah,
How about
I mean,
number
if you're
3
going to
then?
be firing from that far, Christian, you need to be using like status shots and things like that.
Alright, I can do status shots. Nowhere. Oh no, he disappeared. I cannot shoot him here.
He'll come
like-
back again. He'll come back again.
I'm like, I imagine myself being the, what's the actress again? The actress that played in episode 1?
Natalie Portman.
Yes, I'm the Natalie Portman of this podcast. I'm learning how to snipe people from afar.
You're just there to look pretty.
No woman, no kids. That's the rules, right?
I like that movie.
What is a good movie.
This is some exciting and engaging conversation.
Oh,
you guys
I have to
are
remember
You
to
need to
rapid
help
fire
us,
Noxella
Nick.
to death again.
Please don't.
Paralyzed like a mouse.
Good job, Christian. I want there to be more fan fiction or more games about hunters fighting other hunters and the actual wars that go on in this universe.
Yeah.
Because there's all these like details of wars that took place between actual humans. It's not always fighting monsters all the time.
Well, yeah, and you've got all these different like major trade ports that obviously aren't. There's gonna be conflict at least some point. I mean,
you took my cars.
Yeah.
At the very least,
but you cannot sell those cars even if you took them.
Let's see, that'd be an interesting way to do it. Set up to where every monster just has 12 carves, but anyone can get them.
It's the EverQuest style of looting.
Yep.
Do you think there's a carved black market somewhere where people are able to sell, like give each other items and stuff like that?
I hope so.
I just want to know how my little box contains like 30,000 monster parts.
Magic.
It's the Pokemon digitizing technology.
Yeah, just before the world ended, they managed to like stick it into an unbreakable box for everybody.
But speaking of MMOs and Pokemon, I'm sorry, Christian.
Yeah.
What is the fascination with the Pokemon MMO? Why do people think the world will end if that thing exists?
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Would you pay for a Pokemon, guys?
There is a Pokemon MMO.
It's like unofficial, but it's like
it's
a lot of
decent.
people. It's all right, but still, it's like odd. But like if Nintendo ever did one, a lot of people are just like Japan. They're like nothing will get done in Japan because now you've got all these people that like spend all these hours on Pokemon, and all these people who spend hours on MMOs now have no reason to ever actually do anything else. And so
their entire life goal has been outlined for them.
Yeah,
people already spend a lot of time in Pokemon. So.
I think my favorite idea from all of this is the idea of Nintendo like feeding a pond. You know, like how you have to drop fish into a pond. It's just keep it fed, to keep it so people can fish. You just have you have a finite amount of monsters in the world so that people have to track them down. And then every once in a while, you release a new batch of Pokemon.
They are literally farming us. They are farming us. Can you imagine that? They did not try to kill us off. They just want to hurt us enough to get their things and then return afterwards.
Yeah.
Nintendo are catch and release fishermen. I catch you, I measure you, I take pictures of you, I let you back out, and then like next year I come around and do it all over again.
You can complete a survey and they'll give you play coins as well.
But here's the question. If there was a Pokemon MMO, what would be the novel things that the MMO brings? Because like some of the major MMO features that you would expect would be like PvP and trading, but those are already in the game.
I think that you guys are forgetting that Animal Crossing is what happens when you're not hunting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Are we leaving now? Is he left?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Christian. We have to leave. We have to go to the next area.
You have to leave your sniper's nest.
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous now.
But if Pokemon and Animal Crossing got together, think of the end of the world.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. That would definitely be a huge blow to this podcast.
Especially if you got you could start outfitting all your Pokemon with as many options as there are in Animal Crossing for your one villager.
Oh my god!
Especially if Nintendo left their whole hardware thing and made this game available on iOS, on DS, on a PSP,
or even just PC.
Browsers.
Vita.
You can get into browser like that MOBA from Zynga, where
It's
people
actually pretty decent.
on iOS can play against people on a PC. It's crazy.
Yep.
Crazy! Wow, that's pretty advanced.
Yeah, I think people forget that Nintendo isn't really so much a console company anymore as it is people want to play our awesome franchise games.
Yep.
So they're going to buy our stuff.
I read actually interviews with the creators of Pokemon, and the reason why they're not making an MMO is that because it would be like on a stationary console, and they really don't want to go with a stationary console with the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Because the original idea of Pokemon is, generally Pokemon is inspired by bug hunting.
Yeah.
Well,
And
and
bug
it's
fighting.
Pocket Monster.
Bug
As
fighting,
soon as you
yes.
remove it from a handheld, it no longer becomes a pocket.
Yeah. So the idea was to convey this idea of being, running around and catching stuff, and something that you carry around with you, and something that also people do like in a schoolyard or something like this. Something that kids do when they meet up. And so they really don't want to have this this game promote sitting at home and grinding at stuff. Which is a little hilarious, because I think a lot of people are doing just exactly
they do
that.
anyways. I mean, I remember one Christmas vacation in particular. That was a lot of time spent with, I think it was the red version. Yeah, I mean, that was just the
Cthulhu.
entire... Maybe
First
a
death,
week
first
straight.
blood. So you spend a lot of time during this Christmas.
Yeah, I
grinding?
forget. That was probably like maybe 96 or 97. Does that sound about right to anyone familiar
sounds
with
good.
the,
That sounds about right.
Good game, though. Really good game. I think there were still like Babbages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Babbages.
So tell me when you need any bombs or something.
Well, he's about to get into this trap, and it's going to be really nice.
Maybe
And Axella will probably knock him out.
No promises.
Oop.
Oh, he fell over.
Yeah, it's just a knockover, though.
You should probably come over here, Christian, though,
Okay.
so he doesn't aggro towards you.
But I have to run in front of his head. I don't want to be in front of his head. That's kind of a place where I die immediately. Come on, man. Do it. No!
Move a little bit closer. Come on.
Come on closer. Come on. We won't bite you. We won't. Maybe we'll bite you. A little bit.
That reminds me that I need to go in and add everybody on the Facebook page to my friend list on the 3DS.
No, it's difficult. It's so annoying to add people. It is very nice, though. I mean,
let me just import a text file that has all these numbers on it already.
If only.
If only, indeed. Oh man, guys, we are very concentrated. Nick, can you give us a question?
If QR codes could be used in Monster Hunter, what would they be used for?
guild cards? I guess.
Yeah.
Be
Guild
a way to share.
cards?
Yeah, that's a way to share guild cards or armor set designs. That would be great.
Yeah.
If it was Frontier, maybe those, whatchamacallit, premium shop stuff.
Yeah. Well, and even you could even, to some extent, even have a QR code for like a specific event quest too.
Yeah.
Do it in the at the advertisement for like post game launch. Kind of continue to support it. You just have a QR code that goes out via multiple places, and bam, new event quest.
I'm trying to find some questions that people are asking. Right now they're talking about Monster Hunter Freedom Unite.
Well, go to the website.
I could
Go to the website.
answer Freedom Unite questions. What are the
No,
questions? Or
we're
is it
not
like
talking-
specific stuff like, what is the best lance? The answer is
What is
darkness.
best outfit? I love the questions where they go like, "What is the best outfit?" and they just proceed like telling straight
And
out
then they
what
just
they're
tell
using
you
right now.
what their favorite is.
Yeah, I think it's this. What do you guys
I
think?
mean, it's very situational. I mean, every monster, is better or worse with certain weapon types,
Yes, indeed. That's very much dependent. Also,
Here's a
there's,
question
like,
that's close to Christian's heart.
Whoa.
Do
Yes.
I really need a bazillion armor sets, or will 6 or 7 do?
Rest in peace.
Wow.
Help me,
Tulu. We need to be careful now. It's just one person now.
Just
that
one more
went.
death.
And this could be me.
It could be you. Stay
It will
topped
be me.
up. I mean, you need to basically be at maximum life. That's why in this quest, Challenger's actually really good because you always want to be at max life. That is your immediate priority.
Unscathed.
Yeah, unscathed. I'm
unscathed.
sorry. Yeah, unscathed because you're always going to be using it.
Well, I'm
It's
out of
always
max
gonna happen.
potions, so I'm just gonna stay over here and hide.
Oh,
I have two traps. I'm going to use them because I think using traps here is a viable choice.
Well, I'm out of fire shots, so...
I have fire shots. Should we do exchange?
No, because I'm doing fine. I'm using normal 3 shots, which should be doing an okay amount of damage.
Let's go to that trap.
You think he'll go into it?
Yes.
How many, we only got like 1 KO, right?
2.
Because I'm 2? Okay, yeah. There's no point working on a 3rd. Head is so strong.
He's running into the trap. Wow, good.
You could
How
do
many
it!
paralysis
We can do this!
did we get
can
off?
do this, guys!
I don't know. Christian, how many paralysis did you get off?
I have got off 2 and I don't have any paralysis shots
I would say
anymore.
that is all we're good for.
Yeah.
Unless we all brought stacks of para, which we did not.
Nope.
Which again,
Gosh, he is so intimidating.
well, he's so powerful. He's very strong.
I
Are you
have
guys
one more
really
trap.
fighting the Flaggy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why is he not getting
Can we do
flashed?
like I have another trap.
Oh
Oh, shit!
It's all Shepard's fault.
Oh, my fault. I don't know about that. But
Who
yeah,
would've thought?
that was point blank in my face. That was pretty.
Who would've
That was a
thought?
pretty amazing way to go out.
Yes, we went out with a bang.
I watched you walk into that.
I was just like staring at him, just like shooting at him stupidly.
He was
so
so
much for that.
iconic.
Full life.
It seemed like I had full life. Yeah, I was having Challenger.
It wasn't full enough.
Unscathed.
I had
This was
unscathed on.
this was a cast full of rot and failure.
No, what it is this is a cast about learning.
It is.
We are learning how to die properly.
Yeah.
I think the death count for this one has already exceeded the previous podcast.
Oh, you know what? There's some arm pieces that are not fully upgraded. Oh, yeah, that would explain why.
Oh yeah, by the way, we haven't discussed one topic, but yes, the Xbox One was
The X-Boner.
The Xbox 180?
The derm. The derm became not so dermy.
They changed a couple of things because I want to mention this because we discussed this in the previous podcast. And they seem to be going back on a lot of things that they said.
All of them.
Pretty much everything that a lot of people had major contentions with, they've reversed. But by reversing it, so like it's not going to have any region lock. There's not going to be any DRM stuff on it. But
there is going to be DRM stuff on it. It's just going to be like what PlayStation said, which is what Xbox originally said was going to be the case anyway. But because PlayStation made a snappier version of what the Xbox people said, people accepted it, and so Xbox then went back and reset it in a different way, and now everything's okay.
Well, the one major thing that was going to be super different on the Xbox One was the fact that they were doing a specific kind of registration for the game so that you could register your game to your account, at which point then you could play it on any console that you log into. The side benefit is that you are going to be able to assign 10 other people as family, which you could then share that library with. But because they're getting rid of that to appease the no DRM stuff, you're no longer going to have that feature to share your account for those games with these people.
Could we have been
anymore.
a family?
We could have had a family. We could have all had access to each other's games.
Well, by the way, that was also the way it worked previously. Like, all of your games were actually registered on a console. And so when you sold your console, you should have actually moved, like, deregistered and re-registered your games. It was just in the background. You never noticed it. For example...
Well, this was going to be even with the disc games that you bought.
Yes, it was also with the disc games. Like, was it? I'm not sure.
No, like on the regular Xbox, you can't do that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
with this,
can.
yes.
When you get rid of an Xbox, you can transfer all licenses to a new Xbox.
Yeah, so that's what you have to do. But it's true that disc-based games are not doing this. But the downloadable games are doing this.
Yeah.
So you could do the thing where you download a game on a console, it gets registered with this console, and then you can use this game on every account on this console. Like if you log in as a person who hasn't purchased this game.
Oh yeah.
But only on this console and not on a different console. So if you go to a buddy and log in there and download your game there, and then your buddy can't use this game.
Yeah.
Or he has to log in as you if he wants to use this game.
Yep.
So that's already what they had in place, and they wanted to do this with CD games. Basically, by the way, something that kind of like
same plus, guys. I'm just going to change my gun.
something that's something I want to that rubs me the wrong way a little bit. It's called the DRM, and they're saying, oh, it's not having any DRM. Of course, it has DRM. Every console has a DRM. You cannot copy a game of your Xbox. You cannot copy an Xbox game. It has copy protection. Which is a good thing for many ways for the console manufacturers, but it's not without DRM.
The one thing that I was excited about is the always connected sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
While it's not that big of a deal because I don't think that most of us live in a world where our consoles aren't connected to the internet 24/7.
Yeah.
I think that it was a big deal for, like, say, army people. People living on a military base. People living on college.
That's true. And also one thing that I think that was why there was such an outcry. That people were very, very burnt by SimCity and Diablo 3.
Yes.
So they didn't want to have a console that has to call home.
Man, I was excited for a little while for Diablo 3 because they were saying it was going to be a twin-stick shooter. I was so excited. I love twin-stick shooters.
Do you mean the one on consoles? It's not a twin-stick shooter?
No, it's not.
It's become something else.
Yeah.
Well,
all of the
the way
abilities
those
are
games...
just buttoned. It looks like it's going to play all right. It's just not twin-stick.
The way those games play is very reminiscent of, like, if you play like Torchlight on a console, it's somewhat similar to a twin-stick shooter, especially if you use like a ranged character, obviously.
Well, except you're clicking everywhere. There's no actual like thumb movement involved.
Yeah, you don't shoot with a thumbs. That's true. Or do you? I'm not sure.
No, it's all like you click to move, you click to shoot, you hold shift if you want to stand in place and shoot.
Yeah, no, on a console, I mean.
Well, this is the first one that's going to be on a console. Like Torchlight isn't on a console.
It is. There was a console version on a. I played it on Xbox Live. I'm not sure I bought the game, but the reason I was a little bit disappointed, I eventually moved on to PC because the item management I thought was less satisfying. You kind of, personally, I really love like moving out the icons around, like putting them in the slots, like with a mouse. So true. All right, guys, let's get on this last quest.
I'm setting up.
What are you waiting for?
My combines.
I'm loading everything at once. I was going to pellet too.
Look at Nexella. He's having like
if
such
I would have known it was
beautiful...
going to be a pellet party.
Man, are you pelleting?
Armor shots.
I brought everything.
I brought armor shots.
I brought everything. Oh, I didn't eat. Oh.
Wait, don't move. Don't leave.
So they're asking me about my thoughts on the Final Fantasy XIV beta.
Oh, please do. Yeah, I want to hear about that. So what do you think about this?
So I wrote a really long series of articles on this game.
Yes, where can people read those articles?
They can read them on warcry.com. All they have to do is search for Reigniting a Fanboy or The Bees Punch Back Warcry, and they should be able to find it easily.
Okay.
And we can post links to it in the video
yes, we will.
if we really want to. So, the thing that I really like about this game is how much they've turned it around. It's pretty incredible. Like, I don't know how better to state it than this game used to have a recommended setting of an i7 processor.
Wow. That is messed up.
And now it requires higher-end Core 2 Duo.
All right, looks like they've changed some priorities in their life.
So they optimized it a little, just a little. The probably the nicest thing of it is that it is one of the most active RPG or like MMOs that I've played in a long time, even more so than WoW.
Yeah, and like while it's active, like even low-level monsters will have attacks that you can like step behind them to avoid and whatnot.
Yeah,
but it's still the pacing is still very much reminiscent of like a slower Final Fantasy pacing. Like it's not like WoW. When I play WoW, I like getting off an ability every like second and a half. This one, like you're looking at an average of like 2.5 seconds between actions, which really gives you enough time to actually think about what you're going to do next and what a monster's doing and interrupting attacks. And so the pacing of it is so much better than like WoW.
Yeah. The nice thing I think about it is that they put a lot of care into the character of the world, because WoW is starting to run into a problem where it's reached the end of its graphical limitations. So, like, it's starting to look like a game that was created, 10 years ago now?
Yeah.
Almost? It was 2005 or was it 2000?
Might have been even older than that.
I think it's over 10 years. Yeah.
It's old.
He could have made like an anniversary kind of thing, like 10 years of WoW.
I think it was just the 9th anniversary this year. I don't know. Anyway, so it's starting to look bad. So, like, the neat thing about this game is that, like, they put in dynamic everything. So it's got dynamic lighting, dynamic weather. Like, if your character sits down and you're sitting down next to a wall, you sit up against that wall. And you look like you're just kind of like, you're interacting with the world. You actually feel like your character is part of the world that you're playing in.
That's cool.
Which is really neat, because WoW, you're just like this character, and you sit there and you mash buttons and things happen. Here,
you're like a cursor, basically. You're just phasing through everything, and
yeah. And so I was reading one of the producer letters the other day, and they said one of the driving forces behind this game is that for the first 15 levels, you don't need anybody else to be with you, because if you have somebody within the first 15 levels, more than likely somebody's going to be trying to tell you how to play, when the game itself is trying to show you what it is that you should be doing. And so for the first 15 levels, you're out, they give you a power, you go and you talk to your class person, you go out and it says, you're a monk, you should start out with this combo and move into this move, it'll increase your DPS and give you this effect, and then you can do this. And then there's this quest where the ball drops, and
everything changes.
You need to take everything that you've learned in order to complete this quest.
Oh,
and it's not easy. Like, it's a difficult quest.
It's like a test.
Like the you're talking level 10 or level 15 one?
Level 15 one. Level 10 one is kind of like a beginning.
Yeah.
But by level 15, you're getting into, like, more difficult content. You have to kite this thing around. There's an antidote that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, because, like, I've done it a couple times with different characters, and, like, the most recent one was the Conjurer, which is the healer class. And, like, you can approach it a completely different way with that character than you can any other, because you have the ability to heal.
Yeah.
No.
So, it's a really well-paced game, and the interesting part of it is that, like, your one character can be a billion different jobs, but there's not enough quest content for you to do just quests constantly over and over and over. And it only really lets you do the one quest one time. So there's all these other things where there's content in the game to help you, that gives you breadcrumbs and gives you experience points, but after a while, you just have to start going out and figuring out how to get XP on your own. So the game eventually lets you it just kind of releases you to the world and just says, here you go.
Yeah, so you're basically having like a huge tutorial, and then you have like a test, or like the game eases you into like a more open world kind of living situation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then they, like, so much, like, even after, like, you've done, like, all your quests, whatnot, they still have the leave system, which are, like, daily quests that are really nice. You're limited to a number of them each day, but, you can set them up for groups or solo and adjust the difficulties. And you can really build your other classes on those alone instead of just sitting there grinding on monsters or whatnot. Or, heck, go do your crafting, which gets you XP and levels up your crafting stuff, and you can actually turn in the quest and switch classes and gain the XP in a different class at the end. Lots of
It's-
interesting ways to approach your leveling and everything.
I think my
Shepherd!
favorite... Oh,
I was
no.
trying to heal. I didn't realize he was
Shepherd!
targeting me. I'm sorry.
I think my favorite thing about this game is that the failure of the first time they tried to launch this game is a narrative point in this game.
Yeah, like
Yes.
what happened? Like what was it? Is it because the performance? Is it because the storyline? Is it because of the system of how the game ran?
They didn't put enough effort into researching current trends. They tried to do something that was completely unique, but then didn't follow through on it. And then they had a piss poor launch, and then the tsunami, earthquake, nuclear meltdown all happened.
That was an issue.
Well,
They took him off for a while, but
Yeah, it's-
but for everyone that I was friends with when we were playing it out, their biggest issue was the game, the original launch of the game, limited to what you could accomplish in a day.
Yeah,
Like specifically, at a certain point, you just stopped getting XP every day.
yeah.
And so, like, it was set up to basically have
couldn't
everyone
poop suck
always
it.
at the same level for, like, the first couple months. And that was a very poor design element.
Because people
And-
want to just play 24 hours a day and destroy their life if they want to.
Well, yeah, or not over that. Like, maybe I can spend 12 hours on Monday and Tuesday, but
Yeah, but
I can't
not
log
on
in all
holidays.
5 days of the week. But the main issue was, like, you could cap your XP in an hour.
Yeah.
So, like, those people who only had 2 or 3 days a week to spend, 12 hours versus the people who could log in every day for an hour couldn't accomplish as much in a week because they just couldn't log in those other days.
And the shadowy part of this was that there wasn't really a lot of game content in the game.
Yeah.
So this was a way of masking a lack of content.
But, I mean, for me, one of the most interesting aspects of this was the fact that they recognized the failure. They admitted it. They said that was bad. They said they made bad choices, whatnot. And in the relaunch, they actually created the history. They basically ended the history of that cycle and recreated a new one. So it's still the same world and the same story, pretty much, just after a cataclysm. And
It's kind of awesome because they're like, yeah, the whole world ended that day, but then I woke up and just everything on this battlefield was destroyed, but everything else was around in the world. We can't remember the names or what the people looked like of the people that were helping us at the time. And like your quest in the game is you're starting to work for the world, and so you're secretly one of those people who helped out before, but now it's a little different. And so, like, everybody has this amnesia about these, like, who existed in the world before
Wow.
the game
It's
started.
the-
It's meta
It's the
as
biggest
hell.
amnesia story ever.
Yeah. Because they're like, well, we don't remember what it was like before, but it must
It's
have been
amnesia.
bad.
It's amnesia story, the MMO. Everybody has amnesia.
like,
But
Capturable, by the way.
yeah. So, like, my one criticism, though, really with the game right now is they put all of this detail in making, like, these really animated NPCs with facial expressions and
There's a trap
gestures,
over here already.
and
Maybe
yet
we need another trap.
there's no voiceover for anything, and it
Oh,
really
there
Ah,
is.
my trap.
it really creates a disconnect. Well, not for, like, most of it. Like, half the time you go to accept a quest, an NPC's jaw there is just jabbering away, and
Yeah.
they're making gestures, but then it's just text bubbles for you to read.
so you haven't gotten to the voice acted content yet?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I
there's
haven't run
voice-acted
across
content?
any of it.
Wait, does that exist,
Wow.
or are you just
Yes.
trolling Cthulhu?
No. It's there's a nation in the game called Garland.
And they
And-
speak?
Oh, so those cutscenes? I've been through the
Yeah.
the cut. But see, that's the thing. The cutscenes are a lot. Those are voice acted, but like everything else, like even the main storyline quests aren't outside of those cutscenes. And that to me is a if you're gonna invest that much into actual like so say like the ambassador to the cities, that could have easily had voice acting, and it would have
could have had
added more to it. And that's I
The
mean.
problem is that this was Star Wars' problem. They spent too much money on voice acting, not enough money on gameplay, engagement, and their UI system, memory management. All that stuff they didn't spend enough money on because they spent it all on voice acting. So, I mean, I would love to have it more voice acted, but at the same time, seeing Star Wars is what it is. I'm kind of glad that they did.
Yeah, well, they don't actually have to spend all that money like they did in Star Wars either. I mean, World of Warcraft voice acts all their major storylines now, and they're using people from the design staff.
That's true. But I guess, because when you get into the actual, storyline with Garland and stuff like that, all of those characters are voiced.
Yeah.
So that to me, that kind of indicates, this is the major part of the game.
Oh my gosh, they brought Garland back from Final Fantasy 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Sweet.
the world is really this mix of, all of the Final Fantasy universes together. You've got Garland, you've got Magitech, you've got Materia. So, it feels like this amalgam of all these concepts from all these other Final Fantasy games coming together and making, a unique world that really is engaging. As much as I wish there was voice acting, the storylines themselves and the dialogue are really good. It's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
I see.
I think my favorite thing is that eventually they have a Coliseum in the game.
Yes.
And inside the Coliseum, you're going to be able to fight monsters from previous Final Fantasies. So, Ultima Weapon from Final Fantasy VI, or the Tonberry King from whatever Final Fantasy. My personal favorite, who was the monster that sneezed you away?
Chupon.
Ultros. Yeah, Chupon's going to be in there. They've already said.
Oh man.
And so, it's like a huge fan service game. But the game itself is really fun and exciting, and the dungeons that I just
Let's
went
go to the
through
table, guys.
are super fun.
So, tell us, this wonderful game, how much does it cost to buy, and how much does it cost per month?
Where can you get it?
30 bucks? No, it's $30 on Green Man Gaming for the regular, and $40 for the collectors for the digital.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, because they're basically relaunching it. They knew that they couldn't really, because there's a lot of people who are iffy on it anyways. If you're charged $60, then they're most definitely not going to buy it. But if you're charging $30, yeah.
And is there an actual monthly subscription, or
Yes.
$10? What is it? $15?
So I think it's $14.95.
Yeah,
So the same as-
$14.95, $10.
yeah,
same
and
as WoW.
but then you get the multi things, and it drops down quite a bit too. It's,
So if you go
it's
more than
typical.
1 month, if you go for 3 months, it's more like $12 a month or something like that.
Yeah, it's 12 or 13 a month, and then I don't remember the numbers. I haven't looked at it for a while, but yeah, it's your typical MMO fare.
For now,
but it's not
until
out
it
yet. It's beta
goes-
around, right?
Free to play.
It will be
Like
free to
everything
play
else?
someday. It will be someday.
No,
I don't know.
well,
It's a Japanese developer, so you don't really know. Maybe
they've straight up said we don't think a game should be free to play at
We
all.
will shut our
for
servers
any reason.
down before it goes free.
Tryon said that too with Rift. They said they were never going to go to free to play, and they're now free to play. So
Well, if anybody could stick it out, it will be them, though. I believe in them.
But for the most part, Square is pretty well. If this game doesn't succeed, they may just go out of business.
yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
They're in that much financial trouble that
Really?
it
No,
might
they
happen.
still have Final Fantasy VII HD re-release in their back pocket.
Never.
But they did.
They
but they
always have that. That's like the get out of bankruptcy free card.
But they did so well with Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but they didn't do well enough.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I was
and see,
trolling.
that's the sad state now. That game sold really well, but it wasn't enough to cover all the costs.
No, I know. Very problematic thing. Guys, we need to wrap this up. This is we're gonna look at Final Fantasy XIV. It's 14, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna look at it in the future anyway. I think it's better right now, isn't it?
Yep. It's
It's
a beta.
beta. We can't show any videos at all.
Yes.
Only pictures.
Yes.
So
So we will be probably coming back to it anyway once the game comes out and so on. Once
Open beta comes around. Perry and I are talking about setting up an actual link shell and things in the guild for the community. So
Nice. So we will have more Final Fantasy XIV content coming up. Excellent. And the website where you can see all of this stuff, at least we can see all of Monster Hunter stuff, is teamworkcast.com.
Wait, socialdissonance.com? No.
Or socialdistance.com. Bing. where, but it leads to the same website basically, where you can see beautiful videos that we post, but also other people post, Iceman Noob and all, Sweet Battle Scars and stuff like that. Beautiful Monster Hunter related content. Videos, podcasts, whatever, and you can organize hunting parties together to play with other guys and other Gauls and all the people and other monsters. And you can also, of course, ask questions and answer questions as well. So that's where the website where you should go, which is teamworkcast.com. Bing. And as for like content that we will have, like video content coming at this. Bing. Do we have like what's with Lost Planet, Nick?
Oh man, Final Fantasy XIV has destroyed me. Then I started teaching a class, and that destroyed me. And then I started working for Warcry, and so that.
And then you learned how to make excuses.
And then I learned how to make excuses, and that's working out pretty okay.
Maybe I will jump in and do a video. There's certainly going to be. I recorded a short video look at Gran Turismo, and I will actually do some of the endurance races. At least I will stream them. Soon.
I'm setting up my profile in Grand Theft Auto right now.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
Don't mix up the two. It's very easy to mix up the two because they have both Grand.
I might have to go get my copy.
And what else? Oh yeah, me and Patty recorded a small segment. I don't know what was going to happen with this, but we discussed feminism a little bit.
I don't know if that was a small segment.
It was like an hour and a half.
It was a longer.
Yeah,
there is that's a topic that there's a lot of discussing to do, and we might release this week. Look out for it if this is something that interests you or not. Yes. Anything else that we should mention?
I need to purchase a car. You guys can find me on Final Fantasy XIV on Gilgamesh.
Yes.
But I think when the game comes out, I'm either going to be on Midgard or Excalibur.
Which one is the Goon one?
Excalibur. So I'm going to be on the Goon server, and you guys are going to be on the Goon server with me. So
yes, join.
That's how it's going to go.
Join us on a Goon server. Join Nick and Cthulhu on a Goon.
My character may be named Melty Blood and or Zell's Hot Dogs.
I'm just gonna leave it like this.
Because Zell loves hot dogs. Do you guys understand that he loves hot dogs?
Yes, it's okay. Yes.
Do you play Melty Blood? Do you like anime fighting games?
I've played Melty Blood quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
Well,
and I watched the anime that was based on it.
Well,
my enemies. Anyway, we will be back next week with some beautiful more Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV related content. Until then, we wish you good luck, good hunt, and remember, don't have phone sex. You might get hearing aids.
Want to hear a funny story? When
yes,
when I was in middle school, we had like health education classes, and oral sex came up as a topic. And one person in my class was like, "Oral sex? Is that like phone sex?"
Oh.